I grew up in Dumas, Texas, which most everybody knows if you go to Colorado because you take a left at Dumas. My father and my grandfather built the church that is still standing today. I always knew I wanted to be a teacher, always, and my father was very anti-education. He had an 8th grade education. So when I got ready to go to college, he would give me $20 a week and a tank of gas, and I paid for the rest of it. Then I took abnormal psych, and it was like, I have found my people. This is wonderful. And it was just like, oh, this is the thing I'm supposed to do. But I was scared of all the education you had to have, because you had to have a master's degree, and you had to do an internship and all this other stuff. And I got out of the car on campus at Southwestern, and the only thing I can say is it felt like I'd come home. I said, God, if this is where I'm supposed to go, you're going to have to provide me the money, because I was divorced at this point in time, and you're just going to have to provide for me if this is where you want me to be. So I sent in my application, and I guess it was 3 or 4 weeks later, not long, I got a letter back saying, welcome to Southwestern, you qualify for a scholarship, and all these things, and I was like, whoa. Worked full time, went to school at night. It was a rough time, but I got through the master's. One of the questions I usually ask is, what was going on the day you made your appointment? Because that's kind of telling. Usually that's when people have hit the wall. You go and go and go until you slap into a wall, and then you slide down and you say, whoa, that didn't work. When people hit the wall is usually when they show up in a counseling room. And when they've hit the wall, they know that what they've been doing isn't working. My job is not to give you the answers or tell you what to do. My job is to walk alongside you while you find the answers that God has for you. I have twins, and then I have another daughter after that. But when my twins went into their teenage years, and my son was in an extremely dark place, and my daughter was in an extremely dark place, and I was by myself and trying to figure it all out. And I remember praying one night, and I said, God, why are you making me go through this? I don't understand. And then years later, I was sitting in a room, and a mom was sitting there, and her son was in a really dark place, and she said, I don't know why I'm here. And I said, I felt the same way. He used that experience to help me someplace down the road. And he puts into our lives and puts into our experience things that he knows we're going to need somewhere down the road to help somebody else. And I think that's a miracle. When the light bulb comes on, it is, whoa, oh, it's fabulous. It is fabulous. It's a lot like teaching. I love to teach. And when the light bulb comes on under somebody's heads, and they're looking down, and they look, and they go, oh, it's like, yes, we got it. And I get the privilege of walking alongside them on their journey. That's the best stuff there is.